The idea of taking this camera outside and talking among people was the worst idea. I recently made a video about why I almost quit YouTube. In that video I talked about canvas as a metaphor for life, so to speak. I have to show you the finished masterpiece from my previous video. What would you say it represents? And what a lot of you took from that video is that, you should not give a damn about what others think about you, and that you should not care about what kind of labels they give you. But instead, just stick to your vision and, paint the canvas the way you want. And that's what I almost literally said in that video, so I'm glad that it came across. But I didn't tell you everything. So I thought, what better place to finish this story than the home of the majority of masterpieces in the UK, that is the National Gallery. By the way, this is the first time I'm using my new camera, so you can turn on 4K to see all the pores on my face. What I didn't really manage to articulate in that video is that the canvas is not only visible to people around you, but most importantly, it is visible to you. Let's say you had a messed up childhood and your parents didn't pay attention to you. So now you're craving validation and acceptance. Or your parents were abusive, so now you have trust issues. It might be tempting to think to yourself, I'm broken. My canvas is totally messed up. There's no way I can put another brush stroke that will make it any better. And while there is no denying that your canvas might be completely messed up, refusing to try and put another brushstroke on it, refusing to put fresh paint on it, is basically relinquishing control and responsibility over your life. It's like giving up on yourself, basically. Because what you're saying is, I am determined and I can't change. But the truth is, you might still end up with a masterpiece. If you want to help yourself, it might mean asking other people for help, but the willingness must come from within yourself. There is another example. You might be saying, I have to get this promotion at work, or I have to get this job. But why not say, I want to get a promotion at work, or I want to get this job? Because when you're saying, I have to, you actually mean, I want to. Because there might be a very pressing reason. For example, I want to because I want to help my family. Or maybe I want to because I want to have financial stability, because that brings me closer to fulfilling my vision in life. And that's fair enough, but it's always your choice. You are wielding the brush. It is so easy to start rationalizing choices that aren't serving our vision. And this happens when we shift the responsibility for our actions, when we say we have to because there is an external force telling us that we have to, whereas we don't actually have to, we choose to. The world, again, doesn't know your vision. Some of you might be thinking, okay, but what if I really have to? Well, I might say, I want to instead, but it's just semantics, because in fact, I do have to provide for my children, or I do have to take care of my family, and it's not entirely my choice. While I think it is extremely important to be empathetic, and I personally have a lot of empathy and gratitude for my parents, I still think that one should prioritize one's vision, because only in this way can you break this generational cycle of suffering where people, instead of focusing on themselves, on making themselves happy, they focus on pleasing other people. And then if you are unhappy and unsuccessful, then your children have to take care of you in the end. So, the solution to break that, the only way to break that, is to finally, start prioritizing yourself, your canvas, and your vision. Now, of course, I'm not saying ignore those in need. Quite contrary to that, being empathetic is one of my values, quite an important one. But I still think that one should prioritize one's own vision. Oh, and sorry about a PewDiePie example. Yes, he is Swedish, so no, he wouldn't be able to become the president of United States. That example certainly didn't help me to illustrate my point, for which I am deeply sorry. So, this is the second dimension of the canvas metaphor. The first dimension was, I won't let people label me, finish the painting for me. But the second dimension is, I need to be proactive if I want to paint my vision on the canvas. I think that's about it.